Well, why don't we get started on a character for the week here? Tracy, we just went over the new Unearthed Arcana. Mixed bag, generally And currently, Ninbins is working on trying to reflavor it as a barbarian path instead of a sorceress one. That's a shame if they don't, Odinson. Salsa Verde is good. You get those tomatillos? Oh, yeah. That's my inner and outer fat kid talking. Rykon is hoping for a Dwarven Paladin. Well, let's take a look. I was thinking for this week, because, so you all know, I'm effectively going to be taking a mixed bag generally, the unofficial motto of UA. After this Saturday, I'll be taking a bit of a break, like a vacation. I'll still be around. I'll still talk on Discord, and you know, if I have the inkling, I might hop on. I don't think I'll do D&D stuff, but maybe I'll hop on and we'll play some Vampire Bloodlines or something. You know, it might be you know, hit or miss. So if any of you want to broadcast in this time slot to keep the community going, you're more than welcome to. I mean, not that you need my permission to broadcast whenever you want, but if one or more of you want to step up and fill a role-playing slot, like, I don't know if, you know, Derek or Ivlon or any of the rest of you out there who broadcast on Twitch, I'll happily direct the channel to you while I'm gone during those time slots, and you guys can put out some content as well, and I'll be happy to back you up on that. But you know, so I'll be here and there as I take a little bit of a vacation. Okay. Oh, so leading up to that, I kind of want to do a summer vacation themed campaign. And so, yep, Odinson, that's the one. And so I'm thinking of calling it the beach episode, where we can have just sort of a fun, happy-go-lucky D&D campaign, kind of similar to what Ivalon does when he runs Maid RPG. Because look, you can have fun and be happy, and it's not all about serious, you know, like meteors destroying the world and dragons plotting the downfall of whatever. We can be whimsical and fun. So we'll still make our characters and whatnot, but we'll kind of have this like fun, summary, you know, approach to the campaign at the end of the weekend. Roll percentile. 13. Our first character this week is a female. A female 3. We have a female halfling. Who is a number 8, or who's evens. We have a female Lightfoot Halfling. Her alignment will be decided with 2 percentiles. 4130. She's lawful good. Etchy is bad. She'll waggle her finger at you. Oh, she's also small sized. Her level is a percentile. 52, which is going to put us at level 12. That means she'll get 3 stat bumps, and of that, how many of those are going to be feats? All of them, or none of them are going to be feats. Tracy says I may be losing another player in my steampunk campaign, which would drop us down to 2. Can the dragons come to the beach? Sure, Alzy. We can look, if Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Mage can have a Dragon Maid can have a beach episode, I think we can too. Maid was not so easygoing today. Well, yeah, that's because you ended up going on some, like, murder rampage, Dark Wolf. Holy crud, PF2 barbarians aren't beep and wannabe fighters anymore. Halflings are sick lads, says Alzy. Well, Coffee, is that an in-game one, or is that something... Do you want to try and find people online to supplement through a virtual tabletop? $13-sided die. Whoop, that's 24. 13-sided die for a background. A folk hero. Okay. With a number 6 origin, whatever that is. We'll find out in a little bit. Right now, it's just a placeholder. Folk hero number 6. 2d8 for personality traits, 1 and 2. And then 3d6, 4, 1, and 4. There we go. More placeholders. Now is the moment of glory. We shall find out what class she's rocking. Let's roll our golden D12 and find out. Six. She is a monk. There are D3 kinds of monks. She is monk number 2. That is the way of the 4 elements. So this is suddenly turning into the Ember Island Players episode of Avatar. Alzy's correct, Coffee Cat. You can't please everyone, and some people just don't resonate with one thing or another. I mean, heck, not that I'm not going to ever claim to be perfect or good, but I've had people drop out of my games because they didn't like the way that I ran. It happens. It's natural. It's all in the course of things. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rykon. No paladin. Yeah, and you know what, Derek? Derek makes a good point to you, Tracy. Oh, she's Cora? Gotcha. Let the shipping begin! Halfling start at 2'7", and we're going to add 2d4 inches to her. 3. She's 2 feet 10 inches tall. And then we are going to multiply that by 1 pound and add that to her base of 35. And she weighs a whopping 38 pounds. Now her age range is determined by a percentile roll. 26, she is a young adult. This is very anime already. Young adult is column 2. Come over to halfling. Between 20 and 70. 50-sided die. I think that should be 21 and 70. Anyway. That can be adjusted. 15. So she is 35 years old. There we go. Hey, Kruger. Good to see you. Odin said, I've never been here for one of these. Are these the solo only, or can we multi-class? On the gender roll, Odinson, If it's 1 to 45, it's female. 46 to 90 is a male. 91 to 100 is a multi-class character, and then we'd roll again for gender or a possible third multi-class. Derek, that's cool of you to do. Yeah, thank you for making that offer, Derek. Okay. All her random number generation is finished. Now, alphabetically, we're in chapter 4. Let's find Folk Hero. And, EF. Here we go. And start giving her... We're going to start filling her out. She's only a few years younger than Bilbo was, and only a few years older than Frodo. An epic journey awaits her. Animal handling and survival. One type of artisan's tools. All right, so she can make something. Artisan's tools. And vehicles land. She can drive a wagon and she can make something. Equipment, she'll start with some artisan's tools of her choice. So let's come down to the backpack. Artisan's tools. And we'll decide what those will be towards the end. A shovel. Hey, there you go, Derek. Derek is a folk hero. An iron pot. A set of common clothes. And a belt pouch. With 10 gold pieces in it. Okay. Her defining event. This is what made her a folk hero. We rolled event number 6. I broke into a tyrant's castle and stole weapons to arm the people. Now, that could be taken literally or in some way a metaphor. You know, discuss it with your DM if you're rolling up this character yourself. But this is indicating someone who's kind of sneaky, right? Rustic Hospitality is her feature. If she's among common folk who recognize her, they'll provide aid and shelter as long as it doesn't endanger their lives. She needs that shovel to dig under the Black Gate of Mordor. Okay. Her personality. 1. I judge people by their actions, not their words. And 2. If someone is in trouble, I'm always ready to lend help. Her ideal is number 4. Might. If I become strong, I can take what I want, what I deserve. This is labeled as an evil ideal. An ideal is one aspect of our character, as is her alignment of being lawful good. She can still entertain ideals of might without being an evil person. Bubonic, you think she should be good at cook's tools? Why is that? Bonds 1. I have a family, but I have no idea where they are. Oh, snap! Odinson, thank you very much for the bits, and congratulations on being the new stream boss. All hail Odinson. All hail Odinson. Odinson. Gotta crash, take it easy. You too, Odinson. Thank you very much for being a part of the stream. Ninbin summons fanfare. One day, I hope to see them again. And her flaw, because we are all flawed creatures, is number 4. I have a weakness for the vices of the city, especially XYZ. It says hard drink, but look. Maybe she enjoys, carnal delights, pleasures of the flesh. Maybe she enjoys getting tattoos. Maybe she actually just does enjoy going out and drinking. Or going on a spirit journey in a sweat lodge that may or may not be, fueled with peyote or something. There's a lot of different vices a person can have. And we can keep it strong drink if we like, but if we want to replace it with something that's more appropriate, we have such power. Maybe every time she comes back to a certain town, she gets, she keeps like a tally mark or something on her shoulder of how many, I don't know, how many goblins she's killed, or a tally mark of how many children she's saved or something, because she really wants to flaunt, her righteousness. So instead of drink, she just she'll go and blow her money on food, and she'll just come waddling out of the restaurant oh, I'm so full. And she's this little halfling, so she's ooh, she's got a gut, and she's I'm so full, I can't eat anymore. Maybe, or I'm sorry, the love of the halfling's leaf is clearly slowed her. Oh, halfling's leaf, right? Frog liquor. That'll some frogs will put you on a spiritual journey for sure, GM Vault. Okay. Now let's find out what being a halfling means in races. Dexterity increases by 2. We are small. Run size at 25 feet. 12 climb, 12 swim, 0 fly. We are lucky. Oh, we're getting lucky. Dun, 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 dun. We can reroll 1s. We're also brave. Or in other words, advantages on throws versus being frightened. We get halfling nimbleness. You can move through the space of larger creatures. Common and halfling are our languages. And as a Lightfoot, we increase our charisma by 1. And we are naturally stealthy. We can attempt to hide even when we're obscured by a creature that's at least one size larger than us. Bubonic one says maybe she eats or drinks all that good stuff to learn how to make it. Yeah, or that's true, Bubonic. If she licks frogs in South America, she could die. She'll claim she has some stout blood in her to resist poison, but we all know that she gets Lightfoot wasted way too easily. Lightfoot wasted. Glitch, why have people gotten salty about halfling luck? Oh, speaking of spiritual journeys, GM Vault says I had most of my PCs hallucinating from mushroom spores tonight in the Garden of Death. Did they die there, or what was what occurred in this garden or during their hallucinations? Is it OP? I don't know if it's necessarily OP. It just means you can't critically fail, but that doesn't necessarily mean you always succeed. By the way, Dark Vision is 0, which, over the weekend, and I'd love your opinions on this, I was having a conversation, and the concept of dark vision came up, and how dark vision is actually a complication in D&D, and there's an argument that dark vision should be removed unless it's applied magically, and that characters should be on the same visual, the same visual, or make it so that dark vision doesn't let you see in the dark, but it will make dim light as bright light. And I was entertaining that, and I thought, you know what? I do kind of like that. But if you did that as a DM, I would recommend maybe swapping it with something else that's kind of like a minor boon to give back to elves and dwarves and all them, if you take away the dark vision. But I could very well see, in fact, I might even do this from the next campaign, where I remove dark vision from all the races, and instead I'll sprinkle in some other things. But when you think about it, of the 12 or of the 9 races that exist, 3 of them don't have dark vision. And then when you look at the monster manual, well, if you thought they were melting like Pizza the Hut, oh, I love that. Another thought they were drowning in quicksand. So, GM Vault, were you running that as like a hazard room, or did they have to pass through this garden and on the way to something else, and they just didn't do too well on a save? Okay, we're officially a halfling. Now let's become a monk. Level 12, this is what we're getting. Our proficiency bonus is 4. We will be getting martial arts, and this is going to be at a D8. We will have key points, so we can use this this other little bubble down here in the lower right. Key points, we're going to have 12 of them. And our unarmored movement is going to increase by 20 feet. So this goes to 45. And so that is going to be 22 and 22. And still no fly, because, I mean, we're halflings. King says a glitch mouse, get out. The Alzy, damn right, King. 90% gnomes minimum. You're either with us or a Guinness. Alright, class features. We are a D8 hit die class. And we're sitting on 12 hit die. Conveniently, we're level 12. Funny how that works. No armor proficiencies. Naked monks are happy monks. Darkwolf says maybe just take it from some of the races and replace it with dim light vision. For some races, it makes more sense than others. Yeah, I'm for removing dark vision and giving something like dim light vision. Heck, I made a bright light vision for a lizard folk character that one of my friends was playing in my campaign. Tremor sense? Maybe. Tremor sense can be very powerful, even more so than dark vision. Okay. Weapons. Simple weapons and short swords. Tools. We can take another type of artisan tool or an instrument if we wish. So we can be good at making two things or one thing and play an instrument also. As an elemental monk, actually, Bubonic, I can see her maybe taking cooking supplies and being a very good cook. Not only so she indulges in the vices of gluttony while she's in the city, and so when she returns, she just like toddles around like she's a big waddling like, oh, I have such a full belly. But then she learns how to make it, and she can cook while out on the road, because she can conjure fire and water and manipulate stuff like that in order to be able to make really good dishes even while out traveling. So let's give her cooking supplies, and that's what she's going to have in her backpack. As for an instrument, well, I could see her taking weaving tools also, so she can repair her gear. Maybe a musical instrument of some kind? Glitchma says, it just happens that the character some of my group most associates me with is my old 3.5 Chaos Gnome Cleric / Diving Disciple. What's a Diving Disciple? Alzy says, one of my players went to a hookah bar last game and got hallucinations from little devils living inside the smoke. It was a pretty intense trip, since she is unknowingly a part of a dead god and ended up on the astral plane getting chased by a hungry dreadnought. Oh. Bubonic says, I personally love the ability some novelists have given dwarves instead of dark vision. Once a dwarf has been somewhere and walked somewhere, they can't become lost ever on the same trail. GM Vault says, tonight they continued on a quest from the Treant to save a druid from the grips of an evil vampire tree. They were attacked by some man-eating fly traps, some nasty little evisceration plants, assassin vines, and the spore caps. Difficult, but they survived. Wow. I hope they brought some calamine lotion. Oh, divine glitch mouse. Got it. And she says, obviously give dwarves tremor sense where their facial hair acts like cat whiskers. Okay. Alzy says dwarves should echolocate like porpoises. Just have a... Squeak. Squeak, squeak. 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 Aye, they're around. I sense them. About 30 feet ahead. Squeak, squeak. Squeak. This is why dwarves are essentially just stout robots, soulless automatons. Elsie says, wow, racist. Typical elf. Subtle, Elsie, subtle. Elves aren't born racist, they're raised that way. Elves. Hey, Caden, good to see ya. Okay. Let's give her an instrument to play of some kind. Okay, saving throws, strength and dexterity. Bink and bink. Fill in the little diamonds. Choose 2 from acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. If she snuck into an enemy castle or whatnot to steal weapons, I think stealth for sure. And probably, I almost want to say athletics. If she can climb and she can get into some like little hidey holes and in the rafters and whatever. But if you think differently, let me know. A Golthius tree is a good launching point. I made mine extra gross by having it sprout out of people. Oh. You're coming out of the lurk corner, say hi. Well, Caden, hello back to you. And if you got to go back into lurk mode, I understand. I don't want you getting in trouble at work now that things are actually seemingly busy for you. There's a good vampire tree story in Kill 6 Billion Demons. My tree has a vine that will grapple and lift them into the air, then try to engulf them to feast on their essence. And that's a very underrated webcomic, says Alzy. So Kill 6 Billion Demons is the webcomic. If it's safe for... Well, even if you put a disclaimer, if you think it's a good webcomic, Alzy, if you want to put a link up in, I don't know, in general chat or something, you're welcome to. But if it does need some kind of a content warning, I mean, just throw it on there. But, you know, clicking on a link is voluntary, and as long as you're open about what could be there. Because, look, there's, like, some drow webcomics and stuff that might get a little, whoo. No, that makes sense, Ninbins. It does, it does. Short sword or any simple weapon. Why don't we give her, she already has martial arts. Why don't we give her a short bow then? I think short bows are simple weapons. I'm fairly certain. Let's check an equipment. Yes, they are. Plus, she's short herself, so it works. Excellent. Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer's pack. I think she's going to take an Explorer's pack. And 10 darts. Cool. Oh, we are going to get unarmored defense, and so our AC is going to equal 10 plus dexterity plus wisdom. Wisdom. We're also going to get some key points, and we already have that taken care of. And this is going to allow us to do a couple things here. First is Flurry of Blows. We can tag someone for an extra key point. You know, so if we're going for... look, we're a little halfling. Someone rolls up on us and wants to do us harm. We can try busting their kneecaps or go for the punching bag, if you get what I'm saying. Patient defense. So we can take the dodge action as a bonus action if we really got to get out of there. And Step of the Wind. Or if we have to, you know, like ultimate defense in video games. This will block Wolverine's claws. This will block robot eye lasers. Or Dr. Doom's finger lasers. This is the ultimate defense right here. Lewd, Elfborn, do not click. Rat Queen certainly gets a little who. Give her a sling. Short bow is good, though. Oh, yeah, a sling could work, too, Bubonic, if we wanted to replace it. Ninbins, that would make their beards a sign of great prestige. A beardless dwarf is not a dwarf. And you know what, Ninbins? This would bring back, because if all dwarves get this ability, this would help repopularize or bring back the fact that female dwarves had beards. That's been kind of arted out. But, you know, something to think about. Unarmored Movement, we already have that taken into account. Monastic Tradition, we'll get to it. We are also going to get to deflect missiles. Deflect the missiles. Someone shoots an arrow at you, you catch it, and if you're really good, thwing, you throw it right back to him. We are also going to get slow fall. So we cannot be as damaged should something make us fall down. We'll also receive an extra attack. And coming back up here to key, we now have access to a stunning strike at level 5. Key empowered. So this is going to make our punches magical. But not our weapons. Our weapons would have to be magical themselves. But if we're punching, they count as magic damage. Evasion. Because monks are not already hard enough to kill. Stillness of mind. We can dodge out of the way of certain effects, such as the Blue Dragon's Lightning or Fireball. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that was Evasion. We can end one effect on ourselves that's causing us to be charmed or frightened. And we already have advantage versus frightened. So if we get charmed and the BBEG is like, yeah, go kill your friends. Or don't kill me, you can say, hang on a second. No, I'm going to kill you. Purity of body. Oh, our halfling is so pure and wonderful and innocent. We are immune to disease and poison. Which, is that a blessing or a curse? Because she can't enjoy the effects of alcohol if you think about it. That doesn't mean that she still can't enjoy a good meal. She certainly can. And I don't know if capsaicin's a poison per se, so she could probably have the spice. In which case that doesn't... neither end is protected from that. But, you know, for things like alcohol, that is a kind of a poison. So, interesting. Which, by the way, if you want some gritty realism, if someone's immune to poison, does that make them immune to herbal administrations of medicines? Right? The line between a poison and a medicine can sometimes be a very thin one. Does this mean that her body rejects all outside chemicals to alter its functions in some way? I'll leave it up to you. You linked it? Thank you, Elsie. Glitch Mouse has played 2 swarves. Are swarves really soft dwarves? Oh, so suave. They're swarves. One was a lady with a full beard. The other was hairless because she had a feat that caused her to grow dragon scales that served as armor. Oh. Oh, don't correct it, Glitch Mouse. I like the concept of suave dwarves being called swarves. She could drink for the taste, especially cordials. Yeah, that's true. I guess so, Glitch. I mean, because you do cook with alcohol, too. Alzy says, in response to killing my enemies, dear enemy, thank you for your interest, but I must deny your request. Please find attach my fists. Hey, Bobo, good to see you. Ninbins, it's not a real dwarven woman. This is a real dwarven woman. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that's true. You know, she may be immune from the common cold. She might be immune to, I don't know, dysentery? Or something. King would hit that. Alright, she's level 12, so she gets purity of body. So we have this very pure, little halfling monk. But she stops just shy of getting the tongue of the sun and moon. Okay, let's see what her archetype gives her. In Way of the Four Elements, Disciple of the Elements. Third level, you gain magical disciplines that harness the power of the four elements. A disciple discipline requires you to spend key points each time you use it. Okay, so there's a whole section on how to use your key to cast spells. When you reach 5th level in this class, you can spend additional key points. That's fine. We can do that. In fact, we can spend maximum key for a spell of 4. So we get Disciple of the Elements. You learn 1 additional. Okay. So we know Elemental Attunement, and then we'll get 1 other. And then at 6th level, we'll get 1, and then at 11th level, we'll get 1. Max key per spell equals 4. And after this, we just choose which other 3 ones we want. Yeah, Ozzy, look at those curves, huh? She'd be immune to the bubonic plague, and bubonic one cries. Aw. King says, you are now aware that all dwarves have been screaming lewd innuendos about their wives and not just wise old sayings. Ninbins. I often like to punish my PCs who smoke by rolling a percentile dice that gives them cancer and shortens their lives. You could do that too. Who knew back in Get Ye Flask days? You gotta strike while the iron's hot. Yeah, buddy, I get it. LZB, you are at a tavern again. Your friends and family are concerned about your ale consumption. Bubonic One says, best joke ever. WoW Dwarf states, personably, I like my own woman like I like my ale, short and stout. Bobo, what are we making today? We have a female Lightfoot Halfling who's a Way of the Four Elements monk. And she became a folk hero by breaking into some tyrant's castle and liberating weapons or something else in order to give to the common people. In addition, Oh, she has a little bit of a vice. Whenever she's back in the big city, she like engorges herself on food until she's kind of like just waddling around all content and sleepy. Miss Squeaky is raiding with a party of 5. Hey, thank you very much, Miss Squeaky. It's good to have you. It's good to have you in my channel here watching. Thank you very much. Oh, those emotes. B cheered, that's cute, and the Miss Squeaky hype, that is extra cute. Black Eyed Demon, hello, thank you for coming along the raid. Welcome to all of you. We are getting extra creative as we are getting ready for a beach episode campaign at the end of the week, and this is our first character that we're completely randomly generating to take on this summery fun time adventure. This stream has a bit of a squeak in it. Yes, it does. Musically and by name. Oh, Black Eyed Demon, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome aboard. So now, given her personality, what would she take as? Oh, hey, there it is, as her elemental disciplines. Oh, your first character 3-5 was a fiery halfling. Oh. Well, Squeaky, we'll give her some. We'll give her a firepower here for you. I judge people by their actions, not their words. If someone's in trouble, I'm always ready to lend help. If I become strong, I'll take what I want, what I deserve. I have family, but no idea where they are. One day I hope to see them again, and I have a weakness for the vices of the city, especially yum yum foods. Well. All right, so we'll make Miss Squeaky. We'll give her a fire. We'll give her a fire here. Fangs of the Fire Snake. This will let you extend your reach 10 feet out from your fists and deal fire damage and increase fire damage if you spend some key points. So you're a little halfling monk that can sort of like shoot your fists 10 feet away from you. Gong of the Summit could be cool. To cast Shatter. You can spend 2 key points to cast Gust of Wind. That could be interesting. Shape the Flowing River. There we go. Oh, snap, says Squeaky. Bubonic one, plus she can eat anything and not get sick or poisoned. She'll just burp and smile. That's right. She, you know, alcohol to taste, but she can't get drunk. And she'll just eat what she wants, and when she's done, she'll just, like, waddle around the city and be absolutely content with the world. And you know what? Or she runs a side business of like a little food cart, and so she just sort of uses her 4 elements powers to like make a little stir fry in a bowl as she's eating. And okay, cool. So we have her background, we have her race and her class. So now it's time to so we have a beautiful chassis, everything is set and ready to go, except we got to drop the engine in there, and that is going to be her ability scores. Alzi says, Gumu Gumu no Raketo. By the way, with Miss Squeaky here, if some of you see my my channel when I'm hosting others, I host White Metal Games, and they are they paint miniatures. In fact, I've shown off their miniatures to you here. I received a little kind of a care package from them several months ago, and I showed them off. So I do want to give a shout out to White Metal Games. If you want other people to paint your minis, they can work out a price and a deal with you. Or if you want some just painting advice and to talk and watch people make some really awesome looking minis, just go lurk on their channel and watch them practice their craft. It's really good. Bubonic One is making a proposal for stats. 12, 15, 14, 10, 8, 13. I'm not against having characters who are not optimized Bubonic One, but for monks, remember that wisdom is a key stat of theirs. You see what I did there? It's a key stat of theirs. Yeah. Also, Squeaky, I hope all of you have been well over at White Metal. Did you have any like good like big projects roll through, or any fun adventures out that way? I think definitely for sure 15 in the decks, Bubonic One. Probably give her a 14 in wisdom also. I do agree. I think strength should be at least 10. I don't know if she's necessarily the smartest. I think intelligence could be her dump stat. It looks like you have that too. 12 charisma. And a 13 constitution. I'm fine with this spread. Yeah, it's been good. Lots of work in. Preston got to paint all the Kingdom Death monsters. Oh, did someone turn in a collection of them? Is that a VOD that's up or something, Squeaky? I would like to watch that. Kingdom Death has some really fun minis. And by that, I mean, just don't go to their website at work. Alright, so if we add the racial modifiers, she goes to a 13 charisma, a 17 dexterity, and there we go. Oh, shoot. Squeaky, can you provide a link to that, please? And I will provide the disclaimer that Kingdom Death miniatures can contain, the dreaded nipple. That which we must not mention or show on Twitch. Kingdom Death miniatures is sort of like it's horror, but it's also sensuality. It's a very unique boutique miniature line. So if you go check out those models, just be aware that you could see some naughty bits. Just a wee little bit of flesh, Bubonic One. A wee little bit. Alright, she gets 3 stat bumps. That is 2 points to 1 ability, 1 point to 2 abilities. Or a feat if your DM allows it, but we didn't roll that she's taken feats. I think the first one we could actually do is split between Dex and Con. Now she's going to get 2 more. I think what we could do is put 1 into Charisma to round that up. Make her a little bit more charming. And you can always put a Stray in either Constitution or Strength. Actually, why don't we put it into Constitution instead? We'll keep her at 10 Strength. And then we get 1 more. We can always do something like let's you know what? She eats a lot. I think she's gonna be a big girl here. Why don't we split this and put 1 point in Constitution and prime her Dexterity to go up on level 16. If we do that, her Strength is 0, Dex is 4, Con is 3, her Intelligence is -1, Wisdom 2, Charisma 2. So she's a healthy halfling. Our saving throw then is going to be 4 strength and 4 athletics. We're going to have an 8 dex, 8 stealth, and then a 4 acrobatics and 4 sleight of hand, because that's based on our modifier. We don't have the proficiency filled in next to it, so we don't add our proficiency bonus. Con save is 3. We're just going to copy and paste this -1 all the way down the line. There we go. Wisdom 2 in everything we're not proficient, and a 6 in that which we are. And charisma is just going to be 2 down the line. Nice and easy. Now with that, we can fill in our passive perception, which is 12, because passive perception is 10 plus your perception modifier. And that represents your natural awareness. Also, hey, she's opened up for a name. She's no longer a set of stats. So if you are thinking of a name for her, throw one out there, and we'll see if we can make it stick. Her armor class is going to be 16. If we didn't want to put anything into con and dex, we could always come down here and bring wisdom. So if we wanted that an 18 and a 15, we could always put it down here. But she's going to get another ASI at 16 and then at 19. So lots of room to grow here. Her hit points. Well, at level 1, you get your maximum hit dice in hit points, so she gets 8. Then for every level beyond that, so for 11 levels, right? She's a level 12, but we've already taken care of 1. You get half plus 1 of your hit die. She's a D8 hit die class, so half of that is 4, plus 1 is 5, and there we go. Then, because she has all those, she has very swole hit points, or constitution. For every level, therefore 12, you get bonus HP equal to your constitution modifier. And that's our algebra. It's no problem, Squeaky. Molly Undertree is a halfling NPC in my campaign. Sure, you want to call her Molly Undertree, GM? Bubonic one, sweet little halfling lady who enjoys good food and isn't afraid of a tussle. Be careful, she might hurt you badly. That's right. There's a secret technique among the monks called monkey grabs the peach. And so, you know, if you're a hungry monkey and you want to eat, you grab and then you twist while you pluck down at the same time. And that's how nature does it. Monks are simply a reflection of nature. $36. 55. So this is going to be 63. So, hey, 63 plus 36 is 99. There we go. Oh, by the way, her initiative is 4 because initiative is a dexterity check. I have to head to bed now, suffering the wrath of my other half, alas. Oh, yeah, you got significant other aggro? Okay, well, thank you for sharing that, Squeaky. Thank you for the raid. For Black Eye Demon, thank you for coming along. Anyone else out there who was lurking and came along with you, I appreciate it. Have a great night, Squeaky. Actually, looking at that link so far, everything has been some more of their tamer models. Nice lighting. Okay. Well, that one's a little cheeky, but... Oh, and you have Spedicules here? Oh, my goodness. That's some good stuff. That's some good painting. Pseudonym suggestion is Lady Peach. For Ninbins, are you saying that like that's her? Is that her monastic name? Like she entered the discipline as Molly Undertree, and she earned the nickname Lady Peach while she was training. Let's see. Martial arts is all these are going to be based off dexterity, so our bonus damage is 4, as that's what our dex is. And to attack, because we're proficient with all these styles, we're going to get to add our proficiency to our modifier, and therefore +8, +8, and surprisingly, a +8. No spells to worry about. And I think then we're just about finished, right? We have our physical weakness. Oh, especially... You gonna say Tansy Firefist? Oh, do you like that? Do you like that spice or that herb, Glitch Mouse? Do you like Tansy? I mean, heck, it doesn't mean that she can't be called different things. She goes into one city. I mean, people might not even know her name. In one city, she might be known as Lady Peach. In another city, she might be called Tansy Firefist. We can do this. Lady Peach, Tansy Firefist. Maybe that's her preferred herb to cook with is Tansy. Ninbins, indeed, as she is very proficient at plucking peaches, even from low-hanging branches. That's right, it's down to an art. It's really just like a quick flick of the wrist. And, that shouldn't be as funny as it is. So there we go. Congratulations. Hey, Alexander, good day to you as well. It was, Alexander, it was fun watching you play Hearthstone. So thank you for entertaining me a bit while I was doing that. That was, I really like that. You like keeping them guessing, Glitch Mouse? Yeah. So in every town she goes in, right? In every restaurant, they're like, oh, it's, Lady Peach in one city. And the next one, oh, you're Tansy Firefist. Yes, I am. Her favorite dish is Tansy Peaches. Oh no, bubonic one. Around... Your super ellipses caused the timeout, bubonic one. You gotta stick to 3 periods. I don't know. I think actually for symbols it might be set to like 5 or 6. Is it meteor or is it meteor? It's a meteor storm. Oh, you did that because you wanted to nuke the bot? Okay. All right. Cool. Well, we have our character. Excellent, excellent. I think we're gonna make one more tonight to keep on with things, unless there's a particular topic that you all would like to discuss, or if there's anyone else out there. Do any of you need some help or advice? Are you new to D&D and you like to build a character? Have you always had something in mind? Is there something that we as a community can help you as a lurker, as a viewer, or something accomplish? If so, then hey, look, you've pulled up a table. You've pulled up a chair. You're sitting at a table in a game store. We're all a community here. And primarily, yes, I mean, I do this content that you see over here. But we're here to talk. We're here to have fun. We're here to converse as a community. And if there are those of you who are new to role-playing, or Dungeons and Dragons particularly, we can help you out. If you want to see how to build a character from the ground up, maybe you just came in at the tail end and you're like, I don't really know what's going on here. We can assist with that as well. Bubonic One starts mumbling a spell from a scroll, begins to eye the bot standing alone in the corner with evil intent. Bobo, I'm actually trying to make a small character a bit from Warhammer. It's a dwarf that is so good at insults that basically is so good no one can decline his challenge to fight him. Don't know how I can make that work in D&D. What you could do is make a character that has the ability to cast I think it's called Compelled Duel. Pardon the flashing here. Compelled Duel. Yeah, here we go. Compelled Duel. You attempt to compel a creature into a duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds on the saving throw, this spell doesn't restrict the target's movement for that turn. The spell ends if you attack any other creature, if you cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than the target, if a creature friendly to you damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it, or if you end your turn more than 30 feet away from the target. And the component, the only component for this spell is a verbal one, Bobo. So if you keep a little notebook with a bunch of insults, every time your character wants to cast Compelled Duel, those are your magic words in order to evoke the power of this magic. So if you want to make a character that can cast Compelled Duel, that may be a way for you to mechanically manifest this character in D&D. You're very welcome, Alexander. And I appreciate you being a part of the channel and sharing the pictures that you have and just being a part of the community. It's great. Yeah, no problem, GM Vault. I can even bring that up in our third section too, coming up here later. Oh, you could do a lot of RP with that spell, Bobo. Pathfinder had some game-breaking Diplomancer builds. You could regularly roll 50 or more diplomacy checks. So I think Compelled Duel, Alexander, Bards get it, Paladins get it, Warlocks might get it too. I'll have to double check. It's a first level enchantment. Let's check. No, I guess Bards don't. Clerics don't get it. Druids don't get it. Paladins. Yep, Paladins get Compelled Duel. Rangers don't. That's interesting. I thought that'd be kind of fun if they could. Oh, Warlocks don't get it. It looks like this is a... Yeah, it looks like this is a Paladin only. So what you could do then... What you can do is... it's only a first level spell. If you don't want to be a Paladin, there's a feat you can take that lets you get access to first level spells of another class. Well, Bard will get it eventually because of their ability to steal magic spells from other classes. Unless, you know what? I don't know if that feat would allow you to take something from a Paladin. What is it? It's Magic Initiate, I think? Yeah, choose a class: Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. You learn 2 cantrips of your choice from that class's spell list. So you'd have to splash... you'd have to multi-class a Paladin and get it through Paladin, or take Bard high enough up, which you could do. If you go College of Valor Bard, I think that might fit the type of dwarf you're looking for, Bobo. But you could eventually get it as a Bard. Or just ask your DM and say, "Can I take this? It's thematic to my character. Can you just put it on the spell sheet?" Does a actually does a warlock maybe one of the no Archfey doesn't. Fiend has command, but not compelled duel. You might be able to say, well, through the Fiend. And Great Old One doesn't offer it to you. Okay. Alright, well. You can do something like that with a swashbuckler. A swooshbuckler, says Alzi. Bobo, could start out with a paladin or go fighter. Played that before, works pretty good when you combine smites and action surge at a higher level. Yeah, that's true. Just go to your DM and say, please. Oh, please, Miss DM, can I please have this spell? It's a level 1 spell. I mean, they give it to paladins because it's thematic in that regard. But Bobo, if you're coming to your DM with a strong roleplay concept, why would your DM not want to encourage roleplaying? Okay, I'm going to take another little break, and when we come back, maybe we can get this second character out of the way, and we can also look at GM Vault's. We can take a look at GM Vault's Thieves' Cant guide that he has supplied to us on our Discord. So hang in there. I will BRB. LOL AFK.